Welcome to Saturday, the 21st of January 2023. My name is Jimmy Bradbury, and I help people create online businesses around their passion, their skill set, their hobby, whatever it might be. You might be a single person working from home, you might be a CEO, you might be an Olympic athlete, you might be a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a book writer, you might be an actor. All of these people I've helped create online businesses, and you may be one of them. And if you are, I'd love to help you do that. But I'm not making a pitch today. I'm going to show you a little bit of behind the scenes of what I do, because I said yesterday that a lot of people have been asking me, beyond what I do in my online business, what do I love to do? There's a few things I love to do. One of them I'm going to show you in a moment, which is kite surfing. I live here in Australia, and the opportunity to be on the water pretty much every day is just fantastic. So I have a huge passion around kite surfing. I'll talk about that in a moment. I also swim every day, which is also a bit of a privilege, being able to do that all year round because I live here in Australia. And then the third thing, which I've only really developed this passion around since Christmas, which is painting, getting back into painting. And I love that. So I'm looking forward to this year and doing a lot of painting. So I want to share with you today a little bit about what I do in kite surfing and show you some of the equipment. Well, one piece of the equipment. This is a kite surfing board. It is on the ceiling. This board is 1.4 meters long. Obviously, this is where I put my feet in. And I am standing on that and holding like 4 guide ropes. So 2 here, 2 here, and a kite that is 25 meters in the sky above me. And it is a kite. My kite is 11 meters wide, one side to the other. And the idea is to move the kite between an arc of 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. That's how it actually works, between 10 and 2, and you're moving it and working with the wind. And I know a lot of people think, and I've also got a harness on as well. And a lot of people think that it's a difficult sport. Like anything, it's difficult to learn. And I guess this is, these are the kind of leading into the things that I've learned in kite surfing that I apply to my business. And also when I'm coaching my students and my clients, is that there's a few things that I've had to do when I started kite surfing to really get to where I am now. And they apply to business. Number one, I believe in anything that you do, whether it's kite surfing, whether it's being, working in your job, whether it is a sport, whatever it is you do, you have to have a deep desire to want to master the skill. So meaning your why has got to be deep enough. Because if it's not, it's going to be really frustrating. And I see so many people today out there, and they're trying to do things and trying to build businesses, and their heart's not really in it. And I feel saddened for them, because invariably in starting anything new, whether it's a hobby like kite surfing or whether it's a business, it's always going to be difficult at the beginning. And that's just the nature of it when you're learning something new. Do you remember when you were 6 years of age, when you're riding a bicycle, and how many times did you fall down and scrape your knee and probably crack your teeth as well and skin your chin and all that? And that can be very frustrating, and it puts a lot of people off. So you have to have that deep desire. Your why has to be deep enough and strong enough and anchor you if you want to actually master kite surfing, a business, or whatever it might be. That's number one. Number two, with kite surfing, a lot of it is down to practice as well. You have to practice. You have to get out in the water on a regular basis. And again, fortunately, because I've got an online business, and I've got that opportunity, not only because I live in Australia, but also because I have an online business, I can decide when I want to go and take time off and go out on the water and go kite surfing. I don't have to report to a boss like what I did for 25 years working in a corporate world, like what so many people do when they're working in a 9-to-5 job. You have to report to a boss. And I believe, and I understand, just kind of as a sidebar here, I understand, I cannot believe this in 2023. But apparently, still, if you're working in a job, you've still got to fill out a piece of paper, or probably online now, and you've got to submit it to another human being to ask for permission to take holiday. Apparently some companies still do that. I just cannot believe it in 2023 that people still have to do that kind of thing. But I don't, unfortunately, I don't have to, because I'm running my own business and I can, take the time off when I want. But practice is key. When you are kite surfing, practice is key when you want to learn and master any skill, when you want to get in front of a camera and do lives like this, when you want to shoot, like I showed you yesterday, when you want to shoot videos for an online course, like I've been doing for the last week, you've got to have practice. You've got to practice it. You've got to, in my case, well, in most people's case, you've got to get in front of a camera and you've got to practice speaking to a camera with nobody else in the room. And you just got to practice and practice and practice it. That's if, going back to point number one, you have a deep desire to want to learn it. So practice is step number two, if you want to master anything. And step number three, like I did, I could have gone out, I could have bought all the equipment, could have gone out in the water, and I probably could have faffed around. Is faff possible? I think faff is okay to say that on video. But I could have done, I could have just gone out and messed around and tried tried a few things on my own and got up off the water, but it probably would have taken me a long time. And I did that when I started my online business. I did exactly the same thing. And step number three, if you want to master anything, is get a coach. And I got a coach from day one when I started kite surfing. I got lessons, got a coach, and that coach helped me enormously fast track to actually getting up and getting kite surfing. And it was exactly the same. Only in my online business, I took a year before I said to myself, there's no way I can build an online business so I'm serious on my own. And I think that holds true for anything. Like I think we sometimes sell ourselves short, whether it's in our personal lives, whether it's in our business, whether it's in our careers, because we don't ask for help. We don't go to mentors. We don't go to coaches and get help. And I think that's really important if you want to get to the next level in life, career, business, kite surfing. You need to have a mentor or a coach. So hopefully that's been useful today, sharing a little bit behind the scenes on my kite surfing and applying it to what I've learned in business. If you want to succeed and master anything, a skill, a hobby, online, kite surfing, number one, make sure that you go and make sure you get straight with yourself and aligned with yourself that you've got a deep desire to want to learn and master the skill. Number two, practice. And practice on a consistent basis. Consistency is everything. So that takes discipline and a habit and a routine. And step number three, get yourself a coach, get yourself a mentor, surround yourself with people who are doing exactly what you want to do. And I know that applying those three things, whether it's kite surfing, business, or whatever it is you're doing in your career, you will fast track yourself. Hopefully that's been helpful for you on this Saturday, the 21st of January, 2023. Hopefully, I can talk to you again tomorrow, Sunday. Bye.